Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. As a California licensed real estate agent in a red-hot, euphoric Southern California market, I've been living in what's become the Wild West. It has been complete buyer herd mentality, drink the real estate punch at its highest levels. I was no longer willing to stand by and walk people into huge mortgages and spending their life savings for a down payment where one blip in the income or the economy could throw them into a tailspin. I decided to come to YouTube and start warning many people in these times. Having lived through the last real estate crash of '08 and dragging a depreciated asset along for the ride, I decided I was no longer going to do that. I sleep much better at night, passing up on many sales. As you can imagine, I'm not super popular in many real estate offices, but I don't care. I believe I need to put people's needs before my own, and I'm willing to do that. So before we get into this red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And please hit the bell icon so you're notified when future videos come out. It is very important that we stay close to the channel in these very, very dangerous times. So let's get right into this red hot topic. So here's the thing, folks. What I'm currently seeing as I heat map and keep my thumb on the pulse of the real estate industry, and real estate really is leading the way of all investment opportunities. It's one of the biggest drivers in our economy. It's no secret that the government, through money printing and stimulus programs, have propped up the market, and there's no way that it can sustain itself without this government help. So I do watch a lot of other content creators, great content creators. In fact, quick shout out to Dan from I Allegedly, gave me a call today, had a great conversation with him, a good guy trying to do good things. And his buddy Jeremiah Babe, again, these guys I believe are giving you some straight talk and just want to protect people and doing their best to do that. So they've had an influence on me and my channel, so I want to give them credit where credit's due. Thank you for that. So I'm seeing a lot of other content creators producing what I call a lot of bubblegum content, really watered down. And it's no fault to their own. You know, they haven't been around long enough to maybe have lived through firsthand the last crash. And so one of the things that I believe is super important right now, and I watched, I think I watched some other content recently where somebody said the only thing you need to do right now to protect yourself is get a 30-year mortgage. I wish it was that easy, folks. I wish a 30-year mortgage could save the economy. The reality is that we will not see how catastrophic, or not even catastrophic, scratch that. We will not see what type of impact the housing market takes on until we end the fiscal cliffs that we are refusing to end right now and continuing to kick the can down the road because the government has created a two-headed monster and they do not know how to put it back in its cage. So they continue to print their way through this by creating continuous stimulus money and continuing to push out these protection programs that are in essence now hurting the recovery of our country. And the reason is this: we will not see what the housing market needs to do until we end the eviction bans, mortgage forbearance, foreclosure bans, and unemployment benefits. The market will remain inflated as long as these programs are in place. It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a genius to see that for what it is. And so while a lot of other content creators might be telling you, oh, I don't know if there's going to be a crash, or, we don't know, interest rates continue to be low, it's supply and demand. And while I, as a real estate agent who works in real estate, 24/7, the reality is that we can look at exactly when the market has the potential to correct, crash, or even collapse. And like I've said before, we if we're smart, if government is smart, they're going to roll out these stimulus programs and have them end and stagger them out. The first one up to bat is the eviction bans. We need the eviction ban to end, and we need to get people back out to work. As long as they're allowed to stay in their homes, what incentive is there for them really to go out and look out for work? And it's no fault to them. And again, America has always been designed to take care of its neediest. And we should always take care of our neediest. But now, because we have this greater division of wealth than we've ever seen before, where the middle class is now being swallowed up, we now are taking care of not only our neediest, but our middle class. And see, people tend to have this sense of entitlement. And I get it. We just were bailed out by the government. But the reality is, this bailout, the rest of us are going to have to pay for it. And we already are. We've already seen what it's doing. And it's really sad, because what's happening is people are racing out and spending all their stimulus money up. Like it's going to keep going. And having lived through the last recession on a shoestring budget, paycheck to paycheck, having lost that paycheck even temporarily, I know what it's like to have to go out and figure it out. How are you going to survive? I had young kids, a young family. You know what it's like to wake up in the morning with young kids and a young family, and you're at risk of losing your house, and you're willing to work, but there's no work available? That is not fun times. So I've worked since that last recession to insulate myself. When this one hit, while I was worried for mainly my kids and others, I wasn't so worried about myself, because I knew I could pay my bills for a substantial amount of time because I had insulated myself. And that's really the alarm that I'm sounding with this channel, is we really need the dust to settle. We need to pay the piper from the pandemic. And we just right now are entering ground zero. When we're going to know exactly how the real estate market and all markets respond is when we end eviction bans, foreclosure bans, and unemployment benefits, just to name a few, and maybe stop the money printer. And that's when we're going to see exactly what's going to happen with the economy. And make no mistake about it, it has to stop. It will stop. My advice, and I always say I would never ask anybody to do something that I wasn't willing or doing myself, is before you go out and take on new debt in the form of huge mortgages, car payments, or any form of debt, or pushing any cash you have into volatile investment markets, wait until these programs end. That is all any content creator needs to say right now. Wait for these fiscal cliffs to end and see then what happens to the economy, how it responds to that, because we will never know how the economy is going to respond until these programs end. And so again, I thought, and I even made a video on, here we go, folks. Hang on to your hats and glasses. The wild ride is starting where the eviction ban is ending. Let's see how many landlords want to go to market. As an agent, I know a lot of landlords. I just saw a notification right before I started this video. Somebody wants to sell. And the reality is that a lot of people, we're just saying, all I'm doing is saying what a lot of us are thinking but haven't said yet, ignoring the elephant in the room. The reality is if you can sell right now, it is a great time to do it, because make no mistake about it, we are at the height right now. And guess what? There's already been a slight tapering in the market with prices. Now, the amount of offers on properties are not as significant as they were during the height of the euphoria and drink the real estate punch buyer herd mentality that we just saw a couple months ago, where I came to YouTube and said, nope, can't do this anymore. This is not normal. This is not normal. And once we can have evictions take place, just watch and see how many landlords want to be done with tenants and toilet. I don't care if there's government help. I want to go to market and take advantage of these prices while prices are still high. I can get a premium for my property. That is the plan, folks. And they better do it, and they better do it quick, because I'm telling you, like the flip of a switch, just the way we saw the buying frenzy occur that propped up this market artificially. If you have tons of appreciation, I know I have tons of appreciation right now in my real estate. I'm not bragging about it. I don't even know how much is there. I don't even want to know, because I know it's artificial. It's all artificial. Again, for me, and most of you know me, is I am more concerned about owning other people's property than my own. I would be willing to live in a shoebox temporarily to scoop up a couple income properties. Oh yes. Oh yes, folks. That is our mindset. That needs to be our shift. But right now, in my opinion, what we're going to have to see is these fiscal cliffs end and how the market responds. And make no mistake about it, everything needed right now to produce a recession is in place. Not only a recession, a full-blown depression. Everything that is needed right now. Again, if they ended eviction bans, mortgage forbearance, foreclosure bans, and unemployment benefits, just those alone, boom, end them all at once, right now, today, tomorrow. It ends, collapse. Guaranteed collapse. There is no way the market could sustain that. And because it has become so euphoric, and now because we are locked at home on this heavy digital diet, and we base our self-worth on what we own, we're willing to go out and leverage and finance our way to create this illusion of wealth. And folks, take it from me, I've been around a couple days now. There is nothing worse in life than trying to achieve this illusion of wealth and then lose it. And you based your self-worth on your possessions. Who you are as a person is always going to have way more substance than what you drive or where you live. And that's really, this is the real estate channel, but I try to send a message. I know for me to become wealthy, I have to make you wealthy first. And that is my goal. And it's from the inside out. Yes, when there's an investment opportunity, I will sound that alarm. Folks, guess what? Massive correction. I hope you have your cash reserves on the sidelines. This is our format on how to go scoop up some rental properties and build your wealth. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for sticking with the channel. Thanks for not drinking the punch. That video is coming, friends. There's a high likelihood that video is coming. So again, folks, I just want to thank you for your continued support. Had no idea the channel would do what it did. I owe it all to you. I can't tell you what an honor and a privilege it's been to help many of you. I do it for free. I always say I love what I do, and I have no problem doing it for free. And that's what I'll continue to do. I know my rewards in life will be in direct proportion to my contribution. I'm just going to continue to try to contribute anything I can of value. I'm not going to come on this camera and turn it on unless I have something of value. I don't need to post every day, and if I don't have anything worth saying, it's just not what I'm here for. It's not about the money for me. It's about helping people, and that's my commitment to you. So thank you. Go out and make it count today, and we will see you on the next video.